So this is the third year for the pike tournament here at Bear Creek Cottages, and every year I fish with my longtime buddy Garnet here. We haven't fared out too well in the past, but I think today's our day, don't you, Garnet?
Oh, this is it. If it's ever going to be, this is the day.
You better start catching some fish though, because I got a 5-year-old that's growing up that's starting to cast pretty good. So we're good buddies. We're going to get out in the water here. We're going to have some fun. We got some great boats in the tournament here, so it should be a pretty close tournament. We got some wind coming up this afternoon, which could be a good or a bad thing. Sometimes that turns the fish on. So we're gonna get out there. We got about 15 minutes to take off here, get out in the water and go catch some pike. Today we got 48 teams in the tournament, which is a great showing. It's a small docking area here. I'll show you some of the stuff I'll be using today. So right here I got an 8-foot bait casting rod. It's great for spinner baits, heavy spoons, stuff like that. Not too heavy of a rod, but just long enough and stiff enough to do the job for those. And then your standard, I got a little bit slower ratio on this reel. It's early season, the water's been high, the water's cold, so we might want to slow our presentations down a little bit. So this here will be my spinner bait and bucktail rod. And then right here, I got a couple different rods rigged up with jerk bait. So I got one here, one down there. These are very simple. I like my jerkbait rods to be anywhere from 6.5 to 7 feet long. You don't want to be hitting the water when you're working that bait in. You don't want to be hitting the side of the boat, spooking fish away. You want something that's nice and short, but you want something that has a little bit of backbone in case you do happen to get into that 20-pound northern pike, right? So I got a couple of these rods going. The reason being is I don't want to be switching up my lures. It takes time in a tournament. So I got a couple different baits on, a couple different colors. I'll start with them, and if I need to, I'll switch up throughout the day. Last but not least, I got a little bit of a bigger fish rod here. It's 8-foot rod, a little bit more backbone. Right now I have a topwater lure on there to imitate a duck. I think this might be a go-to lure today. I don't know what Smash has up his sleeve, but if I was a betting man, my money would be on me.
So what's our strategy? Where are we headed first?
We usually go to Calendar first, but I think this year we'll head over to that spot where we caught that little fish and found that nice patch of cabbage over in Hunter. So,
yeah,
is that
right
good?
No,
you like that?
Sounds good, yeah. Yeah, they're making their way out. I'd say another 20 seconds. It's 8 o'clock. We're off. One mistake people do make when fishing weeds along the shore like that is they don't expect the fish to be out further. They just see the weeds, so they cast the weeds, right? Lots of times the bigger fish will be hanging out off those weeds, waiting for something smaller to swim out. So very important to cast all areas, not just the weeds you see above the water. So we have a bunch of good local talent in the tournament here, a bunch of good fishermen. Lots of tournament fishermen that fish a lot of tournaments around here, the top 50 tournament trail. I don't care where I finish, just as long as it's not behind Smash. Yeah, so this is the third year fishing, and Garnet and I have been partners every year. Seems to be working out. We come out, we hunt together, fish together. We just live down the road. We've been buddies for a long time. Eventually, I got a 5-year-old son growing up who's going to want to start getting into this, so we'll have to switch it up then, but for now I'm going to stick with Garnet. He's been good. He's caught our biggest fish in this tournament so far, so can't ditch him yet. I'm pretty sure by the time Mac gets ready to fish with Shawn, I'll be sick of him anyway, so. I just thought the local guide, you know, I'd have an advantage here, but it hasn't seemed to work out the last 2 years, but we'll see what happens this year.
So here we are over in Calendar Bay. It's about a 15-minute ride from where we just were. We want to get some fish in the boat. I just got a text. We're way behind the 8 ball. There's been a 42 1/4 inch pike caught.
I'm not sure which team caught it yet, but I'll figure that out. My phone just messed up, but that's a big fish to try to come back from, so we got to get on our A game here and start putting some pike in the boat. As long as it wasn't smash, I'm happy.
We got to get something. Got to get something in the boat. Just gonna go to a silver.
Fish on, fish on, fish on. Net.
Oh,
Beauty, there we go.
it's not big, but
We're on the board.
The start.
There we go, attaboy partner.
Right on. Back to the crankbait. Jerkbait.
There we go, boys, our first pike. Hopefully Smash doesn't have any yet. If I get two, I'll call it skill.
All right.
The way things are going. So this tournament here, we're going by your top 5 pike. So teams will bring in pike throughout the day. They're allowed to measure in a maximum of 12 fish. And we just pick their best 5 and do total inches. So let's just say somebody got 5 pike that were 20 inches each. That puts them at 100 inches. And then say all 5 of those pike were live release and swam away. They'd get an extra 10 inches per fish, so they'd be at 150 inches for the day. Fish on. Just a little guy, but they all count.
Nicely done.
Pretty small pike, but it's a fish.
If you've caught 2 on the same lure, that'd be the logical way to go. Apparently this is what we're going to be using. We'll see how that goes. Now if you catch a third and I don't catch anything on it, then I don't know what to tell you.
What we're doing here is we seem to have found one area of weeds that seems to be about 2 feet higher in their water column than the rest of the weeds around here. So we're just using the wind to our advantage. Anytime you can use the wind rather than your trolling motor going through a weed bed, it's a lot better tool than having that prop going and spooking fish. So there's one. Good one?
Nope, small.
Ah, sweet.
But it's there.
Attaboy, Garnet.
It is there. Not very big. Ooh, he hit hard.
Still alive. 3 fish. Things are looking up. Good fish. Oh, it's off.
Snap your line. Oh no.
Oh no. Man, oh man. I just missed a good fish there. Attaboy, Garnet. There we go. Number 4.
Well, it's not all about the skill. It could be something to do with the lure, I've decided. Very nice. Very nice. So I've caught up to him. I have caught up to him.
Keep it going. I don't care if you pass me.
Well, at least we're on the board anyway. It was a little, we had a slow start.
We did have a very slow start.
A big one would help us out quite a bit though. Something around 30 inches, 34.
There's one. Yeah. Yeah.
Better net him. He might be small, but we'll get the net out anyways. Is he done, partner?
All these dinks.
Hey, they count. If they need to be counted.
So when you're fishing a tournament, it's always a great idea. You see how Garnet and I was catching them on that orange jerk bait with the gold jerk bait with the orange belly. So it's always a good idea to have extra lures in your box. Like I got 3 or 4 of that color, because you don't want, one thing you don't want is to come out here and get stuck with one lure that's working for you. You can lose that lure, or your partner doesn't have one to use. Sometimes they're only hitting that one color. So if you find something that really works for you, always buy 3 or 4 and have them in your box, and it'll make your day a lot better, and you'll have a lot more success in tournaments. There's one. Nah.
How fast is that? I'll just stand here with the net maybe.
You're getting a little cocky, so I figured I better get a couple more fish in the boat. Now this is where we have to cull. So we got 5 fish in the live well. We want to keep our bigger ones. I could have saved myself a lot of time there, because that one I just caught was the smallest one we had, and I threw him in the live well. There's 2 rules that you go by when you're fishing. When there's small fish, there's big fish, and never leave fish to find fish. So we're going to stay put here for another hour or 2. Hopefully we can find some big ones in this weed bed. There's one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Let's get him off the hook. Grab the pliers for me. Last time I did a pike episode here, I took a hook in the finger. Now I got it almost in the belly.
I got your rod.
Good.
Hey, that's smaller than the other ones.
I don't know, measure them.
What were the other ones?
We got a 13.5 in there.
Hey, rod.
Oh, that was close. That would have been a bad spot to get hooked.
We'll measure them after. We'll figure it out.
And I'm going to go to something a little bit bigger here. It's called a squirrely burt. It's just a slow gliding jerk bait, and I'm going to try to coax something a little bigger up out of these weeds. We got our 5 small fish. It'll get us to place somewhere in the top 20, I'm sure, but it won't win us the tournament. So,
Fishawn.
good one.
Well, bigger than we had, I think.
Is it? Nice.
I don't know. No, he's getting smaller.
No, he's bigger. Attaboy. Pliers up front. A little bigger for us. Far cry from the 20-pounder we want though. I gotta get some fish out of there.
Pretty sure I'm top 2 big ones there now, I believe. What do you think, Shawn?
I don't think we're a team. We don't keep track.
Oh, okay. Oh. No, we've always been a team. We'll stick to being a team.
Live another day.
Net. My lure's in it.
Oh, this guy. No, I shouldn't need a net.
It's getting bigger too, isn't it?
Yep. Can I get the pliers?
I've almost got it now. Another 15 minutes or so.
We'll see how he does. So we've decided to leave our honey hole here. So we're gonna move on and try to find a bigger fish spot. And hopefully we can upgrade some of these little guys that we've caught. And we're very happy to be beating Smash. He's at 2. So what we did here, we moved across Calendar Bay. We moved down to the east corner of the lake. There's a nice weed puff flat that comes out off this beach. Nice little playground for the kids. This is the town of Calendar right up here. Garnet, what do you think about trying to fish some rocks when we go out to the main lake?
Yeah, that's like, where are you talking?
I don't know, we'll park on top of some rocks, maybe 2 to 4 feet of water, and cast around the edges of them.
All right. Might be some big ones there. I'm open to anything.
Fish on. Good fish, oh yeah.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
what we're looking for.
That is what
These
we're looking
guys.
for.
Yes, baby.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice. Right behind you, Shawn, the pliers.
Okay.
Nice fish, Shawn.
Thanks. I don't know, hopefully he lives. I'd say that's about a 24 incher, 25 incher that we just pulled in. Definitely not a huge pike, but it'll do.
That is 10 though, I believe we've got, eh?
That is what?
10?
10, yeah.
A little better than last year. I do believe we only boated 3 last year.
Yeah. We're on to them this year. So we just made an executive decision here. We're gonna get that fish back and try to get our 10-inch live release bonus so we don't lose the tournament because we're too lazy to drive back to camp. Bit of a drive, but it's worth the 10 inches.
Oh, this way. Right there.
Is he 25? You see it?
25. Oh, yeah, okay, 25 and...
All right, so where are we headed now?
We're gonna head back to that first weed bed that we started at this morning. It's got to hold fish, and I think it's our best chance for a big fish spot. So.
Oh, we got the measured in, so we're on the board. So yeah, we'll just try to get bigger now, right?
Yeah.
All right,
good.
let's do it.
So here we are back at the spot we started at first thing this morning. We got our 5 fish in the box and weighed in. So now we're just looking for a big fish, and this is a deeper spot, 8-9 feet. And there's a lot of weed that comes to the top, so I'm sure there's a big fish hanging out in here somewhere.
We got an hour to catch a big fish. I'm feeling good about it. Especially with, like I said, my guide. My guide's been pretty good today. We started off slow, but we picked it up. We'll see what happens.
Fish on. Good fish.
Nice. Can't you?
Come on.
Yeah, right.
Better than
I'm coming, hang on.
Better than what we've been getting. Ha ha ha, buddy. There we go. That's what, not huge, but that's what we're looking for right there. Some more of those. I'm gonna spin us and we'll go back up. Fish on.
Good call, Garnet. Good call, Garnet. Good call, Garnet.
Stay in the boat.
Oh, you got him tangled up.
There we go, biggest one of the day.
Nice fish, nice fish.
Thanks. Well, we've had a good day on the water here. It's about 25 to 3. Everyone has to be in by 3, but I gotta get back to the dock and help Harvey, my main man back there, weigh in fish and measure fish. But I had a good day with my buddy Garnet. I'm pretty sure I beat Smash, so I'm a happy man.
Hey everybody, welcome to the wonderful shores of Lake Nipissing here at Bear Creek Lodge, and our host Shawn for putting up this 3rd annual Bear Creek Pike Derby. Give it up for him, guys. All right. In terms of the standings of this tournament, you know, Shawn Fishawn did come in 6th place, and Antonio Smash Maleka got smashed by, you know, Fishawn So just thought I'd tell you that.
He's pretty brave standing way up here, eh?
So I just want to tell you guys that we wrote a special song for your show here, you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed. It goes a little something like this here. Launched the boat on the big old blue today. We've got the stars lined up, they're coming out ready to play. It won't be long, they'll be pulling up fish, and we'll be serving them their favorite dish. All the feeling, screaming reels on fish and fire. So turn that flame up a little higher, tighten that drag up a little tighter. Sitting here living our dreams on fish and fire. You know the boat's on fire when there's fish in the box. The grill's getting hot, we're headed for the docks. There ain't nothing gets me higher than fish and fire. Oh, turn it up, so turn that flame up a little higher, tighten that drag up a little tighter. Sitting here living our dreams on fish and fire. You know the boat's on fire when there's fish in the box. The grill's getting hot, we're headed for the docks. There ain't nothing gets me higher than fish and fire. Yeah, there ain't nothing gets me higher than fish and fire.